To become a professional athlete is usually a dream. But to do that in your hometown, well, that's something extremely rare.
Stamps think they've landed a good one. Homebrew Greg Peterson, the club's 82 protected player, signed a 3-year contract today.
Bona Vista boy Greg Peterson started his Stamps career in 1984. At 5'10", it wasn't his size that dominated. It was his incredibly quick feet and sharp mind. The 80s were great for Greg. And 1990, he was named an All-Star. But something was missing.
I've been here 7 years and I've never won a Grey Cup, and that's the thing I cherish most is to win that.
I had never won a Grey Cup, and so I really, as one of the veteran players on the team, wanted to win. And so 92, we had a great team, good experienced team, and yeah, we won it. And probably one of the unique things that happened that night is myself and Stu Laird and a couple other of the older veteran guys on the team, we were late in getting out of the locker room. Our team bus had left, and I walked to the back to get a towel, and there sat the Grey Cup. The team had forgotten the Grey Cup. We snuck it out of Larry Rickman, our owner's room, and we took it out in the town. And
went parading down the streets of Toronto, and then Stu and I put it in our room and we slept with it. After 9 years, and we went through some rough times, and the people of Calgary deserve it, and a lot of the older veterans deserve it, and it's just a great feeling and a great satisfaction.
Okay, rewind. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I was first honored by the Booster Club when I won the Harry Hood back in 1978 in my senior year in high school. And I had gone to the banquet and I was totally impressed with how the Booster Club supports athletics, which is so important in our city. When I got recruited down to all the state schools, they recruited me more as an athlete. They really didn't know where I was going to play. They just liked my speed and my quick feet, and they just said, we'll find a place for you. And I ended up picking Brigham Young University, which is a great school, and had a good 4 years there. So, yeah, they changed me to defensive back my sophomore year, my second year at BYU, and it was really a good thing for me because I think I found my proper position for football and being a defensive back.
In his junior year, Peterson was among the 10 best punt returners in NCAA Division I football.
And this play took everybody by surprise.
Yeah, I remember it was 108 yards against the Eskimos. Dunnigan threw the pass. He underthrew a little bit and picked it off as a safety and went all the way for a touchdown. And we thought we were going to win that game. That put us into the lead. So yeah, it was a great memory.
Greg Peterson will pick this one off, and he goes a ton. Look at this, 106 yards for the major score.
And then when it came time, I realized that as a CFL football player, you do not make sufficient money like in the NHL or NFL to retire and to be set up for life. So I thought, what do I want to do? And my dad was always very complimentary of the law practice. He really thought it was a good thing to be a lawyer. You could do a lot of good.
Beyond the work and some time with his family, there is the little matter of planning for the future. In Greg's case, it means 2 nights a week at law school at the University of Calgary. He's been doing this for 5 years. He hopes to graduate next spring.
Like Greg, time marches on.
Even though it's retirement is a day you don't look forward to and you don't really want to come, I feel that now is the appropriate time for me to announce my retirement and to move on to other ambitions which I have in life in other areas. Not too many players get to play for one team their entire career, and on top of that play for their hometown and play in front of their family and friends. But as a native Calgarian, born and raised here, only attending a Stampeder training camp, having only one number my entire career, having only one locker, I'd like to conclude just by saying that I'll always bleed Stampeder red.
No truer words were spoken, as Greg was not done yet.
In 1994, Billy Powers, the late Billy Powers, he was interviewing me and just saying it was a kind of a what are they doing now type thing. And he said, hey, you handled yourself pretty good in that interview. I think you'd be good on the sideline. Because I was doing it with some very professional people like QR77, mostly Mark Steven, doing the play-by-play. We just get along and we have a good time doing it. We prepare, we take it very serious. And I just kept going year after year, and now this is 26 years later.
Mark, when he says touchdown Stampeders, I get a rush, and then it's my job to step in and tell the listener what happened on that play and why they got it.
Most of the players that I were very good friends with, they stayed in the city of Calgary. They made their post-career here in Calgary, and they all became very successful people. People like Marshall Toner, Tony Spallettini, Stu Laird. Those are my good friends. Stayed in Calgary and now have made Calgary a better place, and I'm pretty proud of that. I think we had a group of players at that time that really, post-career, have made a good impact on Calgary.
He's been coaching high school football at Lord Beaverbrook. Every year he coaches a Bantam All-Star team at a tournament in the U.S. And the renovations of the football fields at Shouldice Park, Greg's part of that too.
What happened is really Ron Logan and Jim Cruchane had an idea that we needed to have a facility at Shouldice for football. So a group was formed called the Greater Calgary Amateur Football Association, where just a bunch of the football people all got together for a meeting. It expanded from 1 field to 3 fields to scoreboards. Tony and I went out and did a lot of fundraising. Don was responsible for the construction, and every time we encountered a hurdle, we just found a way around it. We just kept negotiating, pushing. It took many, many years to build, but it was just a real testament to how people that want to have a good drive to get something done and build a good facility, it can happen.
Well, and Greg's name is right up there with all of them. He's just done a phenomenal job with the kids.
I look at the names that are on that list going back to 1954, and a lot of those names were big influences on me. And I know if they were on me, they were on other individuals as well. These are individuals who have just made our city a better city, and to be included with them, it kind of makes me really humble.